If you feel like you're getting stuck in some part of your life, having a hard time moving forward, here are some anti-sticking questions to get you moving again. Hi there, my name's Kiara. I am a Winter Olympian who grew up in the desert. I'm also a mindset coach and NLP practitioner. My YouTube channel is all about unlocking your full potential and transforming your mindset for success. So you might be feeling stuck in one of the following 9 areas, and I'm going to go through questions more specific to each one of them in a minute. So you might be feeling a behaviour stuckness, where you're just like, I just don't know how, I'm not really sure what to do or where to go. You might have a values stuckness. You have no importance or no clarity of where you're going. It could be a belief stuckness. I just don't believe that I can do it. A goal stuckness, where you have no clarity or direction in what you're doing. An overwhelmed stuckness, where you're going around in circles, you might be procrastinating or you're feeling really stressed out. A rules stuckness. These are people who are talking about a lot of, I should do this, I need to do this, that sort of rule-based language that you're using. If you're saying, I should be doing this a lot, then it's probably a rules-based stuckness. Could be a standard stuckness. Do you feel like your standards are too high or too low for the action that you're wanting to do? Is it a knowledge stuckness, where you feel like you're trying to fake it till you make it, but you're not actually making it? Or finally, it could be a skill stuckness. Do you feel like you just don't have the capabilities to do what you want to do? So being stuck is a result of an attachment to the past. Something in our nervous system and our neurology of our brain is keeping us stuck in the past. If you look at the list that I just went through, at some time in your life, you may have formed an opinion or a rule or one of the other things that you're subconsciously operating off, and that's stopping you from moving forward. So once you can consciously bring it conscious, then you can start moving forward with it and change those limitations. So before we do that, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to check in with that part of you that feels stuck. Take a breath in and out. Check in with that part of you and ask, where do I feel stuck? And I just want you to notice where it comes from. Are you getting a picture or some self-talk in your head? Or is it a feeling in your body? You might feel it in your chest or your tummy or maybe your head or something. So when you just ask, where do I feel stuck? What do you notice? What is the part of you that feels stuck? And then you can go ahead and ask some of these anti-sticking questions. So for behavior stuckness, ask yourself, what would I have to learn to generate the required behavior? What is the behavior that I need to action? If you're experiencing value stuckness, you need to ask, is this really important to me? What about this that you're trying to achieve is actually important to me? Is the change in this area actually important to me? Or is it someone else that it's important to? Does it even matter to you? What are the consequences going to be for not taking action? If you feel it is a belief stuckness, this you have to be really honest with yourself, because sometimes the truth hurts a little bit, but this is an exercise for yourself. What is it that you can avoid or obtain by not believing that you can do this? Is that belief that you have actually logical, or maybe perhaps it was formed when you were much younger and didn't have all the knowledge that you have now as an adult? And most importantly, is it a belief that you actually want to keep, or is it something you should perhaps change for the person that you want to be in the future? So is it more important to keep that belief or more important to change it? And you have to make that decision for yourself. If you're feeling a goals stuckness, is that goal a little bit too big? Do we need to chunk down and perhaps work on something a little bit smaller for now, just to get you moving? Perhaps you can ask, what's stopping you from enjoying setting goals? And that might give you a deeper answer. Again, you need a lot of honesty. What do you stand to lose or gain by not setting goals or this goal? Again, is your goal too big or is it too small? If you're feeling overwhelmed, perhaps just think about finishing one thing. What would give you the most relief right now? If you had to put aside a couple of to-dos just for 1 week, which are the ones that they would be? And lastly, a super helpful exercise when you are overwhelmed is to get everything out of your head, write it down on a paper, just vomit it up, and then order it in priority. A really easy tip for ordering in priority is literally to just take 2 of them and say, if I could only do one, which one would I do? And you just keep going through that, and that will organize it for you. Rule stuckness. These ones, again, really important to be honest with yourself. Is this rule useful? Are your current rules working for you? So if your language is a lot of musts and shoulds, it's good to ask yourself, what would happen if I did? Perhaps what would happen if I didn't do that? If you change that should to a have to, how does that change the way that it feels? Who says that you should? Who says that you must? These ones you sit with a little bit and figure out where it really comes to. And then if it's you, then you say, I want to. I want to do this. I want to do that. Standards. Is the current behavior that you're doing consistent with the current expectations that you have for yourself? Do you feel like you're operating below your standards or above them? Do you feel worthy of this? Or perhaps, is it simply beneath you to do this? Again, you need to be very honest with yourself about these, and that's what can get things moving. You might feel like you have a knowledge stuckness. How much do I actually know about this issue? Do you simply have a knowledge gap in what you need to do and what you need to know to move forward? If so, what is it that you need to learn to move or to make this work? And lastly, how is not getting the right information affecting you right now? And finally, if you are feeling a skills stuckness, ask yourself, what skills would I need in order to behave differently or get the result that I want? How would you rate your level of skill in this particular area from a scale of 1 to 10? Now, if you had the specific skill that you said that you need, would you be able to make it happen? So I really hope some of these questions help you identify what it is that you're feeling stuck with. And once you can bring it from the subconscious to the conscious awareness, you can really start to do things to make some changes. Hopefully that works for you. Hopefully you liked this video. Give me a like and subscribe for future videos like this.